Hi everyone, I'm Ali, I'm an architect, and today we're going to talk about why I'm filming in a shack, so let's go. Okay guys, just editing me, quick insert, sorry about the camera angle throughout this, and also in this little cut, the proper setup in the shack is not defined yet, so please excuse it for the whole video, and we will go back to normal next month. Thanks for sticking around. Okay guys, so this month's video is really just about my life and why I'm coming to you from a shack, what that means, what I'm doing, the plans for the channel, which is kind of just still the same, but I'll kind of give you a little bit of an update on that, and also just a thank you to you all for being amazing. So I want to start with that really. Thank you so much, because the last I checked we had like 130 subscribers, which is amazing. And I know not loads, but it is a lot to me, and one of my videos has more than like 1,000 views, which is insane. Also, I want to thank you all for being so lovely, really nice messages you guys have sent, and lovely requests for other videos, which is super helpful. So thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please consider it, because there's a lot of stuff coming on the channel in the future is the plan, and also you can request anything that you might want to know about. Also, please do like videos, continue to like them, it makes more people able to see them, and it's great. Obviously 130 people or 132 maybe we're on, something like that, is not like crazy in terms of YouTube, but it's kind of crazy for me. I have like a full-time job as an architect, that's my real job. So the plan of this channel was always just to really help people out if they have the kind of questions I had when I was going through, like, well, everything, but especially part 3 and final training. Especially if it's like 2 a.m. freak out where you just don't know how to do something and you need somewhere to go. Hopefully this channel is a little bit helpful, and if there's not something already on the channel, then do feel free to contact me like anyway with like more specific questions or anything. I'm available to help you. So yeah, thank you very much guys, first of all. Secondly, let's talk about why I'm in a shack. So this is my office, which I am terming endearingly the shack. It's at the bottom of my dad's garden. If you have watched the previous videos with any awareness of the background or some random crap I've been saying, you will be aware that I was in London. So I lived in London for 6 years and was working at Allies & Morrison and living in Hammersmith for the last 5. I'm still working for Allies & Morrison, but part-time, and I've relocated back to the northwest of England, which is where I'm from. The main reason is that with the other part-time of my time, I have set up a practice with my best friend from uni, so I am running my own things, and that's kind of exciting and amazing. In future there might be another channel for that, because I kind of want to do videos that help people who are hiring architects understand why they should hire an architect, what we do, and just kind of general information, whereas obviously this channel is more for people who maybe want to become an architect or are training to be architects or moving to the UK from other places, so it's kind of a different audience, and that will stay like this on this channel. Okay, so I wanted to tell you also a little bit about what I do, because I don't think I've really done that before, and it maybe feels kind of right with 130-ish subscribers to give a little bit more of an update, just so you know. So obviously I am an architect, entirely trained in the UK and working in the UK, but I do work on international projects with Allies & Morrison. I can't tell you most of what I do at Allies & Morrison because it's all subject to non-disclosure agreements, but for Allies & Morrison I mainly work in urban design and master planning, and especially in the last few years design guidelines, so writing guideline documents, which is something you may have noticed has just been incorporated into the planning system for the UK as well. So there is national guidelines and local authority guidelines. So it's basically that kind of thing is what I do day to day there. And then my new practice, which is based in Kendal in the northwest of England, is more what we would maybe call like traditional, especially what small practices tend to focus on. So it's new builds, small developments and extensions, refurbishments of existing houses, so working directly with sort of normally residential clients, which I find amazing because I like trying to help people get kind of their vision of what they want their space to be. That's the thing I always really love about architecture, and trying to think of the best way to do it. The problem solving is what really attracts me to kind of both those kinds of architecture, and I'm really lucky to still be able to work for Allies & Morrison and obviously do the kinds of work and the scale of work that I would never get to do in a practice on my own. So yeah, one day, you know, I'm helping someone choose like their interior design layout and something, and the next master planning a city. And I like the variety. So I don't like being pigeonholed into one kind of architecture. I really like doing all kinds of architecture, and for as long as I can, I will continue to do that because I find it really interesting, and hopefully it's interesting for you guys, especially if you have any questions, and it gives me kind of a better breadth, hopefully, of kind of knowledge and information. But I am in the process of kind of relearning normal day-to-day UK-based stuff, which my best friend is helping with, best friend / business partner. So that's the life update. So I'm sorry that there isn't a proper video this month, but it's basically because I relocated my life 250 miles, and these videos, as you can kind of suspect, there's my opinion in them and my personal experience, but I do try and do quite a lot of research and make sure that I am giving you the most up-to-date information, obviously kind of all subject to change, but it does take a bit of time to do that and to set it up so that you're hopefully trying to cover the right kind of points and give you guys some good information, which I hope is the case. Hope it's kind of helping people from what you guys are saying has been, so that's great, because like I said, the purpose of this channel is literally just that. So finally, I just want to tell you what the plan is for the next few videos and what we'll kind of be doing, just because there have been some requests for videos and I want to make sure that you guys know that I have seen them and they're on my kind of master video list, so don't worry about it. So I actually have like a little specific list here. So there's going to be some breakdown videos that are talking about the ARB's professional Part 3 professional criteria, which I have advised in the past that you link into your PDR and that you kind of use as your checklist for Part 3. So I'll explain a little bit more about how I used them personally and how I think a good way of using them is, and kind of rechecking always through your experience with the ARB professional criteria. It's a good way of just seeing if you're kind of on the right tracks with things, if there's anything massive that you're missing. A second video, or a lot of videos, is on contract types, a little bit more specifically. So essentially probably taking the book Which Contract, which is super useful, but it's also quite confusing and difficult to read if you just don't have that knowledge already. We'll try and like break contracts down a little bit and explain those a little bit more clearly for people. And then I'd like to do one on the UK planning system. So especially for people who are relocating to the UK from places internationally, the UK planning system is very different to most places in the world, and working internationally, this is very noticeable to me. And also I'm kind of relearning it again now that I am working on smaller projects in the UK. So everything I relearn, I think I'll put in a video, and hopefully that'll just be like a good resource generally for architects, but maybe also other people. So that's the kind of plan. Maybe that's one, maybe it's a little sequence, but I'd like to kind of do a summary one at least. There will be more Part 3 past papers. So I have papers from Westminster that I want to go through, and then also I want to do other schools, specifically like the RIBA Northwest and APEAS, which is the Scottish school system, because obviously everything in the UK is kind of London centric, and being a northerner, that's weird to me. So I want to make sure we've got like a good breadth of different exams in our kind of Part 3 examination. At the moment we only have the AA, the exam that I actually sat for my Part 3, which obviously made it easier to film, so the other ones are maybe going to take a little bit longer, but don't worry, that series is still kind of ongoing and I want to make sure that we do that a bit more. So hopefully if you're not quite at your Part 3 yet, by the time you get there, there should be a little bit more information to help you with that. And then the last one that I'm kind of planning, there's bloody hundreds on my list, but the last one I'm planning next is kind of the ARB's proposed updates to architectural education. So they released documents on that a while ago that I've been meaning to kind of summarise and talk about. So I would love to do that on the channel as well. So yeah, that's kind of the plan, guys. So thank you so much for subscribing. Please do stick around. I'm sorry that this month is kind of a weird filler / soz video, which is a bit shit. But yeah, this is my situation. You're going to have to put up with quite a saunery vibe to a few videos, hopefully temporarily, because I'd like to be able to buy my own house, you know, if possible, and have a proper setup. But at the moment, it's from the shed. So do enjoy that. The shed times. It's going to be a whole era. And yeah, as always, if you have any questions or comments, please do drop them below. Not necessarily this video, but other videos, do drop likes on them so that people can find them. It really does help the channel a lot. And thank you so much for subscribing and for all your great comments. It's really sweet, guys. It means a lot. And yeah, just wanting to hopefully be able to help you guys with anything that you're also going through. So do let me know. And thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Stop saying is really the thing I can take away from that. Sorry, I just saw the shack. Hi everyone, I'm Ali. Fuck off! Oh my god.